It can capture that display, but not this display. What the heck? Identify my monitors. Yeah, it's there. What is going on?
Hey everybody, and welcome to Tg&N, feature number 4, featuring yours truly, Dark Berserker and Zachary Strife.
I'm the only one that can move.
Yes, I'm just a mannequin. I'm a walking, talking mannequin in a wasteland.
I'm trying to figure out why I can't capture my monitor all of a sudden, though. This is really weird.
Never mind, welcome to the LAN show, the generic off-brand LAN show with all the tech issues at the beginning of the show.
I mean, have you had this problem ever? Where
I
it can't capture your monitor?
well, Well, it seems like you don't know what I've been doing with the past week.
Hold on. Let's bring this up. Let's try capturing a window.
Dude, what I do is I just capture everything from Skype, and I just cut pieces out from there.
No, I'm not trying to capture you. I'm trying to capture the actual monitor.
No, oh. I was like capturing, I was thought you were trying to capture yourself.
No, I have a second webcam for that.
It'd be easier just to use Skype, and you don't have to use a second monitor, or a second webcam, but whatever.
As soon as I added your image, I could no longer capture the monitor. Are you some sort of cursed?
Oh, yes, because like some things are called like the same thing, and it cancels other things out. So you have to like name them other things or
I
turn
called
off
it
other things
DB
before.
temp. I didn't call my monitor DB temp. Okay. If we capture, display, create new, blah, 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 blah. Okay. It's not there. Why?
Did you use a different browser? Did you specifically pick which browser it was?
I'm I'm capturing the monitor, not the browser.
Oh, the monitor.
I
I
can capture the second one just fine. It will not choose the other one. So what we're going to do is we're going to disable my monitor. PC only. That's not the right one. Second screen only. Okay, so now that monitor's off. We extend the monitor. Why is this fucking impossible? Like it's never just hey it works. There's something wrong. I did it. Wait, why isn't it showing up though? Okay, so it shows up on the preview, but it doesn't show up on. We'll get this.
Please stand by, folks.
Did someone just meow or cry for help?
Meow, help!
Okay,
I have never made
monitor
that
one.
mistake before.
For some reason, my monitors are now out of order, but I figured it out for now.
Yes, our show is held together with duct tape and glue. Absolutely.
Pretty much. There we go. This is how I had it before. What's up, guys? Zachary Strife here in Dark Berserker with another tech, games, and news, and some technical difficulties along with it. We're ready to go. You got a sneak peek of the article because of that. The first one we're talking about.
Hi,
Right now,
guys.
Dark Berserker is frozen in permanent smile because he is webcamless because somehow he blew the. You know, it happens every week. Something happens every week at this rate.
Every single week. But now all the stuff is finally leaving. Ah, there's a phone! But now there's stuff that leaves me and is actually going to my friends. So Zach is getting some of the crap that I used to get through.
Yes. Dark Berserker's webcam currently does not work, so you get to stare at his smiling face for the next hour. Tip podcast number. Fuck. Thank you, Tech.
Or and unless you're watching my side of the show, and I'm currently not smiling.
I captured your likeliness. That's all. Thank you, Ferrix. Did I say Tech Rock? Did I say Tech Rock or Ferrix? Oh my god, I think I said Tech Rock first. All right, this is what 14 hours of sleep does to you.
Are you okay?
I might be having a mild stroke. I don't know. I'm ready. Let's go.
Oh, let me find that button. Oh god, phone.
Don't insult me calling me Tech Rock.
Hang on. It's raining. I have to shut my window. Stop the show.
This awkward silence is brought to you by. I can't even talk straight. This awkward silence is brought to you by Dark Berserker. You cannot see currently shutting his window because it's raining.
Okay, I'm ready to go. We're gonna do
Yes,
this
I'm
whole
good.
show like this.
Yes, no, actually no.
Smack, boom. There we go.
First article of the day, YouTube VR will have shared rooms and voice chat instead of a comment section. Interesting title name for this, but regardless, I like what they're showing here. So I feel like this is a natural progression step anyway. So if you don't know, YouTube VR is 360 videos with a VR headset, and you can eventually party up with other people and watch the same video at the same time. And instead of having a comment section, you're going to have voice chat. So basically, it's a social gathering where people can watch the videos. Hi, Tech Rock. Doesn't that look cool though? Like, this is a really cool step of virtual reality, but it's a very niche thing right now.
Okay,
So
the one thing I was thinking of while I was actually reading this article.
You read it?
Yes, I read it. I was thinking, my god, the comments are already so toxic sometimes. Can you imagine if you had to hear them out loud?
Right. Well, I think that would actually stop a lot of people from making those kind of comments, though. Because it will stop a little bit of it, I think.
Do you think?
Because once you have to voice your opinion, people get a little more scared to do so. unless they play Call of Duty.
That's what I was thinking of. Like, Zachy boy, you know better than that.
Yeah. I mean, I do believe, though, if there's a place where you're voicing your opinion and you're socializing with friends, then it's not going to be toxic. This isn't exactly like you socialize with anybody. It might be able to, but I assume it would be with friends mostly.
You know, I can predict, like, did you see that cat video? Leave me alone! I see you on 3 different videos! Leave me alone!
But there's two things that are kind of going against it. It's a VR environment, first of all, which means you're going to have to buy a VR headset, which means you're going to be spending lots of money to even do this. And it's for 360 video only. So
you people that like to watch YouTube on your couch, on your time off, this does not apply to you.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry,
Definitely
you're safe.
not.
I give it a bad rap, but this is very interesting. I'm just very scared.
It's a progressive step for online social interactions. I mean, it's always been progressing. So that's cool. I like it.
You like Progresso? Okay, cool.
I like Progresso.
Anyway, Moving on.
Let's see if I actually have that article. Yes, I do.
Lenovo's new laptops are for gamers and trendy college students.
Okay, so when I first started reading this, I started calling BS immediately. Because they're like, oh, look at our new laptop. It has an Intel i7 with an onboard the onboard graphics card, iGPU, and they're only like $400. I'm like, no, not gamers. But this is, I read the title wrong, for gamers and trendy college students. So new laptops is meaning more than one. So basically, they're redesigning all of their laptops. Yes, words are hard for me. Blah, 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 blah. They're redesigning all the laptops to go towards the college crowd / gamers.
Yeah.
So the one I'm interested in is the gaming one. Honestly, I could not care at all about the college ones, but they're affordable and cheap. Let's see, $440 and $490. That's not bad.
I
The
like
gaming one, though.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I actually like the starting price. The Flex 5 starts at $719.99, which you can round it up to $800 and have like a really decent computer, I think, then. But
Yeah, but this one in the middle, this one got me scratching my head a little bit, to be honest. So it's an i7 with a GTX 1070, 16 gigs of RAM, and 512 gigs of storage, with a built-in mechanical keyboard with RGB lighting for the low price of $2,700. What?
so that's basically the mechanical keyboard and a 1070 right there.
How is it so expensive though? Like, what?
Mechanical keyboard with RGB lighting, an i7 and a 1070. Those
So-
things aren't cheap, you know.
A 1070 is not that expensive though. I mean, we're talking maybe a $1,300 computer shoved into a
Well-
$2,700 package.
Well, like the 1070, like that's 400. The i7, that's like 350 on the high end. Like mechanical keyboard, RGB
Well, so
lighting,
here's my problem with it though.
200.
If the price is that high because of a mechanical keyboard with freaking RGB lighting, rip that crap out of there and put in a regular keyboard.
Yeah, even with those things, it's like a little bit under $1,000.
Right. I'm not a fan of that price point. Like,
So,
I'm getting
yeah.
sick and tired. Oh my god.
I apologize, folks.
I'm getting sick and tired of his freaking phone.
Let me phone a friend.
Oh my god. I'm just getting tired of seeing the mechanical keyboard with RGB lighting. Just put in a regular keyboard, make it more affordable. You could get this thing down to probably $2,200 if you just cheapened out a little bit.
You know,
Because 1070.
sorry, realistically, you could probably look at 1,500.
I was being generous with 2,200 because you still have to consider the research and development to make the case and the cooling and blah blah blah. But $2,700 is just a bit. Turn off the phone, Dark. So, I mean, everything else about it, all the new products are great. Like the i7 with 2 gigs of storage for how much was that? $490. Why don't you just slap a 1070 on that and make it affordable? I mean, you're only getting 512 gigs of storage too. It's horrible.
Okay, I'm gonna, because I think we both agree with this, and I'm actually gonna back up what you say. I have never looked at a laptop and said, "Gee, I wish this was mechanical." Oh golly, gee, I wish it was just clickety clacky heaven. No,
Oh, TechRock does.
if anything, I always wish that they would move that touchpad like to the right of the keyboard and move the keyboard to the edge of the laptop there. That's all I want. That always bugged me with the laptops.
Right. I don't know, man. I feel like this price point's too high for what they're trying to do. But
It'll be okay. It'll be fine.
It'll be okay. It'll be okay.
I'll go get the phone.
Anyway, aside from that, is there much to talk about? Like the prices are actually pretty competitive. Aside from that gaming notebook.
Lenovo has always been like wanting to make very competitive price products. Unfortunately, sometimes that comes and bites them in the ass because some of their stuff isn't exactly what I say quality constructed, but they were the ones that made some of the cheapest APU machines back when they came out, that they could actually play games on like low or medium settings. Like you can get one for like
I don't think
$500.
I don't believe they have the nipple in the middle of the keyboard. They actually have a touchpad. Some people like playing with their little nub on the. Never mind. That was gonna go somewhere real bad, real quick. Just never mind.
It's okay, Zach. I have editing software now. We can edit that out.
You have editing software. We'll see how good it works.
Yeah, it's called YouTube Editor.
Did you hit the... I was gonna say, did you hit the record button today? Huh?
Nope, I'm gonna rip it off Twitch.
Nice. Damn. Gravin just won 8,000 snaps.
Woohoo.
All right. Next big one today. It's going to spark a little bit of a controversial topic.
You like MOBAs? You're going to love this product. You don't like MOBAs? Oh, you're going to hate this product. Take it away, Zachy boy.
NVIDIA's $70 GT 1030 is a budget graphics card for esports gamers.
Don't worry. CSGO, you're fine.
This graphics card will play games such as Dota 2, Rocket League, Counter-Strike, or League of Legends perfectly well. Perfectly well. So, the 1030, I don't believe there's actually benchmarks on it yet, but it's compared to the RX 550, and the RX 550 is crap. Like, it's literally crap.
Yeah. I actually wouldn't recommend it to anybody, but whatever.
Because when we did that build, we were looking at the 550, weren't we?
I don't think it was it out yet? I don't think it was.
Maybe not.
But no, I seen benchmarks on the 550, and it was just
sub 30s most of the time. I mean, these are for newer games. They're for newer games. So the thing about this graphics card is for the esports games, which honestly, the esports games are a little bit older, and you can get away with a cheaper card like that. But is there a place for it? Besides that, like, would you go and tell someone to buy this graphics card?
Only people I hate.
Buy 3 of them to equal a mid-tier? They don't SLI, man.
We could talk about that after this, but I'll come back to that. But yeah, I mean, I don't like to hate cheap components because I grew up on cheap components, but
never mind. Exactly.
It's really hard to justify this, but it is like $70.
Yeah,
I want to like.
Is it? That's the thing I want to test, Ferrix. If I can start getting benchmarks on this thing, is it actually more powerful than the integrated graphics? I would say yes.
I definitely think it is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. But
how much?
You're not playing new games though.
Oh no! See, that's the thing. Like, you could probably play new games. You're just gonna potato them all to hell.
Right. Low cost alternative to integrated graphics. That's what they're. Oh boy. What are these benchmarks? I need to see. Uh, 11 frames per second on Ashes of the Singularity. That's the only one that's leaked so far. Okay, cool.
By the way, how is Action Singularity? How fun is that to play? I
What?
don't know
That's a
anyone
game.
actually ever played it. I only know people
All
that
right.
benchmark it.
This guy is running a Ryzen 1700X with a GT 1030, and he's getting 66 frames per second on Overwatch. Not bad.
That's alright.
Graphics quality is defaulted to high, so that's not terrible.
No, and he probably has the filters turned off. I'm guessing.
Yeah, if you tweak this card, you can make it work. I guarantee it. But
But wouldn't you rather pay an extra 20, $30?
yes,
Yeah, that's the thing, right?
that's the yeah. I mean, if you're really going, if you really have to cheap it out, and $80 is your maximum, or $70, try to save somewhere else and get like $100 graphics card. Like, I just don't see the market there. I just don't. You could,
Now the question is, oh hi Thunder. The question is,
yeah. I heard it earlier.
you sent it down to me, okay? Um, if you could LSI and damn you Nvidia for
SLI.
SLI, my apologies, and damn you Nvidia for SLI. If you could, would you actually entertain the idea of taking at least two of these and one for $140 versus
Nope.
a 1060?
Nope.
Even if everything was perfect and it's stacked the way it should with all the games.
You can't compare it to a 1060 though. 1060 is a bit more expensive than that.
Too late, I already did.
A 1050 is exactly double the price. So,
Yeah,
but where's a 1050 sit?
I'd probably just go for a 1050 to be honest with you, but yes.
It can still perform at 60 FPS, meaning it's awesome for budget. Yes, and that's the thing. If you're playing those, mid-tier games, that's fine. This is perfect. I mean, you could probably get away with playing pretty much any MMO at this point too, with a card like that.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't want to hate on it because like my first computer, I built it with like a $50 graphic card. So, yeah, it's there. Anyway,
The reality is, if you're not trying to run something like Battlefield 1 or Deus Ex Mankind Divided at 4K, you can probably get away with something a little cheaper. Man, I don't know about that.
Horrible examples, by the way.
Oh, I know.
I mean, Battlefield was notorious for mostly just using RAM, and the other one.
But yeah, you're talking games like Dota 2, Rocket League, Counter-Strike, League of Legends here, The Storm, Overwatch. These are all pretty popular titles right now. So the fact that it can spit it out and chew it up at like 60 FPS, that's all right.
Well, let's just be honest. You can take CS:GO right off the list because everything, even a potato, plays that. So that's just like a free give me right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally.
Anywho,
I personally would never recommend it. That's just my bottom line there. I just wouldn't. I would figure out how to squeeze in $20 more and get something better.
Yeah, totally.
I guess it would be more than that, but
maybe
we're wrong. Maybe, you know what? Maybe we're wrong about this because the 1050 is $140. Well, okay, let me rephrase that. A 1050 is 103. The 1050 Ti is $140.
True.
Huh. That's also only has 2 gigs. So yeah, you'd want the 1050 Ti because that's got 4 gigs. That's the other big thing is it only has 2 gigs of VRAM. Not a fan of that. You did?
I clicked the wrong button.
Oh, I didn't know you left.
Yeah, my cough button malfunctioned.
Oh, Jesus.
Anywho, Hey, Gravin. Enjoy the waffles, my friend. Anywho, AMD is bringing its new Ryzen processors to laptops later this year. So I'm not going to go into the whole list, but basically, they're coming. And it's basically about their APUs coming to the mobile market. So it's good. I'm glad. More energy efficient, more performance. That's good. But just hold on. Just wait. They're coming with the Ryzen 3 launch. You want to add anything, Zach?
Getting bunches of messages. Hold on. I mean, this goes through. Oh, this isn't the one that goes through everything. APU, Raven Ridge. Depends on how good they run. I mean, we won't really know a whole bunch until.
Yeah, basically, I wanted to do a story, just an announcement, so people knew that they're coming. They're coming. If you were waiting and said, I don't want to buy an Intel-based laptop, it's okay. Ryzen is coming for you.
Yeah. I mean, it could be a big thing because I mean, depending how they market it, it could be really cheap for laptops.
It could.
And it could be pretty powerful for laptops. But, I mean, well, we don't know yet. I mean, it's all. I don't know. I've always felt like the APUs were better than the iGPUs.
Oh,
so totally. It could be good. It could be.
They stack with RAM, too. Unfortunately, the RAM that you would want to put with it was kind of expensive. So it was kind of like hit and miss kind of thing there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, it's a way like you could totally get away with spending less. Then I think AMD will do great in the laptop department. And I think they did great with the last APU launched in. I thought that really helped them. But as I look over at my APU laptop,
right, that's having problems.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying.
We might as well just go to the next AMD article from that because it makes more sense to have them at the same time.
Yeah, let me go and find it. AMD introduces that thing I can't pronounce, server chip, 16-core desktop chip.
You can't pronounce Epic?
I can when it's spelled correctly.
Let's see. AMD introduces Epic server chip, 16-core desktop chip. Okay, so there's something big here going on. This is a low clock 32-core 64-thread processor. And this thing, do they show the picture how big it is? Yeah, look at this thing. This thing is fucking huge. You see my phone? It's almost the same size. Like, holy crap. So what this means basically is maybe a game changer for servers. Hopefully a game changer for servers. Because it's supposed to be a very low power, massive thread processor. And this is only on one chip. Whereas Intel to compete would have to be on 2 chips. So this could be pretty big for the server world. It also goes into Threadripper on this.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
So can you imagine them having to create a whole larger motherboard manufacturing model? Just so, can you imagine having to put 2 of these on one motherboard?
That would be insane, and I'm surprised Linus hasn't ordered 17,000 of them yet.
Love you, Linus.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking 128 threads that way. Yeah, that's insane. Because right now, the closest Intel has is a 10-core 20-thread, right? I believe.
Server-wise, I have no idea. I mean, server-wise has always had more cores in their mainstream. So, I mean, and let's be honest, this is 16. AMD has had.
No.
Wait,
This is 32 for the server.
32? Okay, so, oh wait.
It's
Server
16 for
chip
Threadripper.
16 core. No, this is 16 cores, so it'd be 32 threads. But as far as
Oh,
cores, but as far
I
as
thought it was the
core,
other way around.
yeah, but no, it's double because SMT. As far as cores go, AMD has had on their
I'm sorry then,
I,
because I
I'm
said I saw 32 cores and I immediately doubled it in my head. So it was 16 cores, 2 thread. Why is it labeled that way? That's so stupid.
Calm down, Zach. Anyway,
No. Look at this. The picture says 32 Zen cores. Then it goes on here saying 16 core, 32 thread. They call it 32 threads. Fuck, they can't even do it themselves.
I read the title.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, the whole point I'm trying to make is it's not the first time AMD has had 16 core server chips, but they've always ran at like 1.6 or 1.8 gigahertz. This will be like, but 32 threads is unheard of from any side that I've ever remembered. Not a Xeon, not a can't remember what AMD's was called. Just unheard of.
Yeah, this one's 10 core. I'm looking for Intel's because I'm pretty sure. What the heck was the thing the Linus got? Because it was way more than 10 core. Linus Tech Tips.
Totally not a shameless plug.
Server. Oh, go ahead, by the way. I'm just trying to figure this out.
So, yeah, I mean, blah, 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 blah.
Did you just mute yourself?
Yeah, I had to cough. I'm still getting over my illness, so I got a really nasty cough. Anyway, I look at this thing and I think, why? And then I realize servers are always needing it, but I can't help but look and go, this seems really obsessive. I mean,
Well, you think about it though, it is. I wouldn't say it's obsessive more than it saves money, because it's supposed to be quite a bit cheaper than the Intel alternative, as far as I'm aware.
Yes, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know about the server. I haven't looked at the server offerings in quite a while. Since before AMD released their original FX chips. So, I mean, I guess, which would be great, but like the thing's freaking huge too. Like,
Right.
I worry about power draw, heating, heat-sink compatibility, and then I also worry about like for those who don't matter, for those that don't matter, for those that don't know, and you all matter. A lot of server solutions, not all, but a lot of them can be done with even just like an i3 or a Pentium. I mean, you don't have to have a whole lot of cores, and they don't have to be real fast either. So this has to be very special servers, very industrialized servers. They have to be. Otherwise, I have a hard time looking and going, yeah, they're going to sell a lot of these. I look and go, they could? Question mark?
Yeah, it just depends on if they're competitive or not.
Like, I don't see like a lot of like, trying to think of an example. I don't see a lot of like gaming companies making gaming servers using these. I don't see like Blizzard setting up their BattleNet with a server with these things. You know, and that's the big company or stuff like that. I don't see that. I see them using like maybe i7s or maybe some Ryzen 1800X.
So is that how they do servers now? They just call it number of cores? Because that's what I'm seeing on Arc. 24 cores. Nope. Ooh. So they're not beating Intel. The Intel Xeon E7 8894 is a 24 core 48 thread at 2.4 gigahertz.
What's the price,
Which
though?
shatters this thing. $9,000.
And can I have a link, please? I'll show the wonderful audience.
Yeah, I guess I should show that too. Blah, 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 blah. I put it directly to you. So this is the Intel version, and it does shatter the Ryzen, but most people are guessing that it's going to be considerably cheaper, which is going to be the big difference. Because this is a 24 core 48 thread, and that's pretty nasty.
I would sell that chip and buy a car.
Yeah. That's something else, isn't it?
But the TDP is only 165 watts. That's impressive for as many cores and threads.
Mm-hmm. Facebook would want 1 million of them. I mean, if they're, like I said, if they're competitive, they're lower price, yeah, I could totally see them taking the market for it. But, ooh, if it's only 16 thread.
It's like I always said, they don't have to be faster than Intel. They just have to be close or good enough and sell at a competitive price. And they will do good. They might not overtake the market, but they will do good.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to figure out where it showed the actual... See, this is where I'm confused, because this says 64 cores. Then maybe that's for a dual system. Oh, man. And then it gets into Vega for some reason. I don't see where it was showing me the speed. It was showing me the speed somewhere. Was this not the same article then? Let's see. AMD Epic. AMD Epic. Holy crap. Okay, I can spell. You can buy a couple 2001 Honda Civics for that. Yeah. It's very specific, but yeah.
Very specific. Is it a Honda Civic?
He said Honda Civic. Dark keeps on smiling. Super creepy.
Oh, man. Eventually, I will go and I will look at that.
Okay, so the Epic is going against specifically the Xeon E5 processor. The ones I was looking at was Xeon E7s, so it doesn't compare to the E7s at all. And the cheapest E7 16 core is $3,000. So it should be less than that. I'm trying to figure out what the heck speed it was supposed to be. I thought it was like a 1.8 gigahertz or something really low. I swear I saw the specs on it. Does anyone know that his phone probably has a decent camera? He doesn't have a cell phone with a camera. Just like me. We have crappy cell phones.
I believe my cell phone predates 2010.
That's a long time ago. No, here we go. No, this is totally what I saw. 32 core. Featuring up to 32 core, 64 thread. Why can't I find the actual page showing me that though? Am I wrong about this?
Are you? Don't worry, it's okay, Zach. It's alright. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
No, don't do that. You're not inspiring confidence here. I know, right?
I promise we kind of sort of know what we're doing. Sort of.
No, not really.
Not at all.
Yeah, right here. 32 core, 64 thread. And then why is that not on this article? I'm super confused. Unless it got changed. Maybe that was the rumored specs? Do you have any idea?
I don't. I'm just covering
Okay.
the article, man.
Uh,
AMD, please send us one so we can test it.
oh, yeah, right. The upcoming CPU also has support for up to 32 DIMM slots of DDR4. What?
Wow.
Total memory capacity of 4 terabytes.
Ooh.
What?
Can I just store all my stuff on RAM?
Oh my god.
AMD, I would really like to test that. Please send me one. I love you so much.
I love you long time. Anyway, let's get off this because we don't have all the information we need.
Nope, we definitely do not. Let's go back to something else we don't know what to talk about. Like
Facebook?
Facebook fined $122 million by EU for misleading
I'm sorry.
information
Did you just
what?
$122 million?
Yes, and right there my volcano base. About app acquisition. What apps?
WhatsApp. So I have no idea what WhatsApp actually is, but I get emails all the time saying I have a missed call on my WhatsApp. So I don't know what it like. I signed up for it at some point, maybe.
So it's like a face recognition type thing. It's like a social app thing that you use. And basically what this comes down to is Facebook acquired them and Facebook announced I believe in 2016 or so. No, yeah, 2016 I think it was. Anyway, I don't want to actually read the article again. Anyway, they announced they were going to store your personal data when they were storing your personal data all along. And you looked into it and was researching it and all that good stuff and said, "Hey, you can't do that here. You have to pay us money now."
Oh, that's what they got sued over. Okay, sort of know what we're talking about now. I read this article, but like a lot of these went over my head today. So.
Yeah, I read the articles and then it just leaked out the other side of my ear, so don't feel bad.
Yeah, I don't know. Anything that takes my data needs to burn in hell. That's my opinion of it. That's my opinion about it, though. Like, everything needs to stop doing that. It's getting annoying. Stop it.
And the thing is, they just want the thing is that everyone wants your data so they can just send you advertising. That's the thing.
Oh, it's actually worse though. It's not just data; it includes phone numbers.
Oh,
That's pretty bad. That's
so
pretty bad.
all those telemarketers, they're telling you about that luxury resort you stayed at that you never actually stayed at.
It's Eldus. Taldeus. Whatever you want to be called.
So yeah, that's pretty much what that is, all cut and dry. If you want to go ahead and like pause the video and read all this stuff, that's cool. But it more or less just says what we just paraphrased out.
They got sued. Facebook lost money. Not that it matters anyway, because Facebook has all the money in the world like Google.
Sorry, I didn't actually put that up on the stream, did I? Oh well, you can't pause it, but oops.
All right, these next two, I'm pretty sure. These two are going to be for you because you know way more about the FCC stuff than I do.
Okay, this is gonna be fun.
I'll read it off. You can explain everything because this is like way over my head right now.
Take it away, Zachy boy.
Senate Democrats sign an open letter defending net neutrality rules. Boink!
Okay, so to explain this, I have to give you a little bit of background about net neutrality and why it was so important. And I'll scroll down here.
I'm already
Basically,
yawning from it. Sorry.
oh, while Zach takes a nap, I will explain to those that actually still manage to stay awake. Basically, net neutrality is all about trying to get, was about FCC trying to reclassify the internet as Title II, which basically classifies it as a utility, a necessity, not a luxury, which gives them more control into telling the ISPs, hey, don't be a dick. Be nice. Stop screwing over the customer. So, in essence, it's a good thing. It really is a good thing. When the FCC is actually run by competent people that actually want to do the right thing and actually want to be good people that aren't corrupted. Not what we have right now. So there's a lot of movement and government in Washington D.C. to kill
Net neutrality.
net neutrality. Thank you. So that the ISPs can do whatever they want. You're not watching our TV. You're watching Netflix instead. Bam! Your internet slows down, and you can't watch. You can't watch on the internet. You have to watch on TV. Oh, you're using their email service. Oh, we want you to use our email service. Bam! Your internet on that other email service gets slow.
Which is interesting because I've never actually experienced that when that was supposedly a problem, but
right, some people didn't. Some people have this is mostly an issue with like Comcast, Time Warner.
I have Comcast. Never had the problem.
The biggest issues. And some people won't. I mean, like some people, no, not naming names, didn't really have data caps until X number of time or years or whatever. So right now there's a movement with a couple of Democrats, a couple of senators. They're saying, hey, we're not going to let you do this, Republicans. You can't get rid of this. We need this. We need faster internet because we are using more internet. You want me to play some Metallica while you do that? So
I was trying to give people movement and how mad you are.
So so the whole thing is going back and forth where there's a giant amount of people saying get rid of it, and there's a number of small amount of people saying no, we have to protect this. Because to be honest, as people, we're using more and more internet all the time. And Zach, I know we talked about this before. Like, our internet usage is not going down. But prices going up, limits going up, data caps going up. But our
data caps aren't going up. They're staying right where they're at.
Yeah. So we need our internet situation to improve, not get worse. Which is, if net neutrality goes away, it gets worse. Any questions?
No, I'm still confused. Go ahead. So what exactly is net neutrality, and what does this article have to do with it?
Don't make me come downstairs.
They signed an open letter defending net neutrality, so they want to keep it in check and as is. Right?
Yes.
Okay. So that kind of bleeds into the next article, funnily enough. Hold on, let me
And I quote, the FCC officially votes to gut net neutrality rules. May 18th, 2017. Today! But there's a caveat. They voted today.
I'm catching up. Hold on, I'm catching up. Boom.
So they voted today, and they actually voted to actually get rid of net neutrality. Now, this is one of a handful of votes that they have to go through. However, the silver line is when I read this, it said it was going to be now open to the public.
Yes.
So all of you need to go to your representatives, need to go out, talk to people, and say, no, I want to keep net neutrality. You go out there and say, we need this, we need to keep this. Please do not get rid of this. And make your
But
opinions heard.
net neutrality is not perfect though either. I mean, it definitely needs to be revised.
Right. Well, we could say the same thing about many rules.
Well, oh yes, I know, but like, just I don't know. There was a lot of negative to net neutrality as well. I just don't recall on the top of my head because I really never cared too much about net neutrality. Like I care, but not enough to understand it, I guess.
Feel free to list them.
Huh?
I am all eared.
Oh, you're all eared?
I'm all eared. If you have anything you want to list, I am all ready to listen to them.
The pros and cons of net neutrality. That's what I'm looking for.
So yeah, it's better to have this than to not have this. But the whole goal of net neutrality was to give FCC the power to actually do something about it, so the ISPs wouldn't run rampant and do whatever they wanted. However, being that FCC is led by people, led by a person that's actually in the pockets of the ISP. It it's kind of it's just out there. So if you want to read up on the FCC and everything the FCC does, I can't explain it all because I don't remember absolutely everything. But it's more regulations, more things you can and cannot do, etc., etc. Some people say it's good, some people say it's bad.
Right. One con of net neutrality is supposedly networks will not be able to innovate and upgrade their networks because they're going to be paying too much money to keep up with the high bandwidth heavy services like Netflix.
You see, that's actually false.
How?
I wish Copperblood was here.
He is here. He's in my chat.
Oh. Now, Copperblood might back me up on this, maybe. But the last I heard, the bandwidth was not actually that hard to keep up with because the infrastructure was not actually that expensive as it is right now. That is why there's a whole thing with fiber, because fiber is actually more affordable than it's ever been before, even though
Right.
actually installing it is quite expensive. Actually having that stuff and actually getting that stuff is not that expensive. Actually putting on another node and flipping the switch is not actually that hard. Then we get into a whole conversation of data caps and why data caps are actually a lot of BS.
Yeah.
So
The problem with Title II is that it naturally favors monopolies.
again, false. Title I favors monopolies, and that's where it came from. That's why you had a whole lot of fast lane and slow lane. That's why they could do whatever they want, charge whatever they want, and then throttle you. With Title II, they weren't supposed to. They had more regulations. They had to check in, and they had guidelines they had to meet, so they couldn't do that anymore. Title
Right.
II actually
Flare
turned
gun. Sorry. Flare gun's kind of catching up with what you just said. They said they are constantly figuring out how to compress more data into a single line.
Right.
And that'll always be a thing that's happening. Like it's always going to be more compressed and faster to do.
Right.
So.
And we're still working with copper for some reason. So, yay, copper.
I mean, I do believe that at this point, internet is a necessity of life. Like, if you're not on the internet, you are going to fall behind at this point. And that's, a big deal.
It's sad but true.
Yeah. And if you're watching online, it's because you internet.
Yeah, don't let
Our
don't let
shows,
them throttle
our
us.
shows exist and thrive because of the internet. It's actually giving Dark Berserker and I an avenue to try to make a job out of it, which is huge. So to us, it's a big deal. Now they just gotta get rid of data caps.
So Zach, can I actually come inside? Because it's raining out here. I'm getting tired of doing
Yeah,
the
go
show
ahead.
outside. For those who don't know, I actually work outside in like cardboard box or outside Zach's house, and he just doesn't let me inside.
So what they're trying to do is they're trying to get it back to Title II, right?
No, they're trying to keep it in Title II because net neutrality is Title II.
The 2015 decision reclassified broadband as telecom services rather than Title II. I think you're backwards.
No.
The rules approved today would reverse the 2015 decision to reclassify broadband as a telecom service rather than... Oh, it was Title II. They're reclassifying it as telecom. Got it. I'm backwards, as always.
Okay.
All right. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, and we already covered the AMD thing. Let's see. Now, this next one, it's not so much this story itself, but I wanted to talk about ransomware. I wanted to get our thoughts on ransomware. And I know some people hate it when we do segments that are just about our opinions and our thoughts, but
Right.
we're going to do that
But
anyway.
it brings up the discussion and, you know, maybe opens people's eyes. Who knows?
Yeah, because this article really just kind of goes in circles. But, I mean, it does bring up some points.
You aren't the target, but you still need to back up everything and make sure you're not the target. Like, yeah, it was weird.
Yeah. So the thing is that ransomware is becoming more of a thing, just like DOS attacks just kind of came out of the blue as kind of like the thing for people to do, because it was apparently real easy to do at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I don't think you or I really need to worry about it so much.
Oh, crap like this? No. If
No,
this
because
ever happens to me or you, we can figure out how to work around it, to be
we'll
honest.
see if stuff like this happens to me or you, especially happens to me, yeah, and either one of us, we take that with like pride because that means that
Yeah,
we're
it's a
either
challenge. Let's
we're
do this.
we're either rich or we're really famous at that point. So
I could jump in the conversation, but a certain channel is locked.
Anyway,
somebody's not a part of the group.
so I mean, yeah. The thing is, in a lot of these cases, it's a piece of software that shuts everything off to the user. At least it makes it look like it is. And you have to pay $10 to buy this antivirus software that will get rid of it. That's essentially what ransomware is, correct?
Right. You pay a lump sum money to say, hey, you have money, leave me alone. And then they just go away.
Right.
And they target like everything, targets that have a lot of money, like banks, hospitals,
Oh no, this
big
happens to
businesses.
just people too. It
Well,
literally
it
just happens
started
to
off
just
like
people.
that, but a lot of the stuff you read in the news that happens about this really happens to a lot of bigger businesses. Now, does it happen to smaller people? Absolutely. It totally does.
And it encrypts your data and you have to pay to unlock it. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's...
Sorry.
I don't know, like, use proper website blocking techniques. I don't know. Like, what do you want me to say? It's the company's fault for not adding proper protection to the company. Is it like that's how I feel about it? You know, it's their own negligence that makes it happen.
I can't really give companies advice, but if you want to know on a personal level for your personal computer, the biggest advice I can give is always, and Zach touched on this before, always back up your stuff. Always have a backup of all your stuff. Always, yeah, touchy. Always, always
Yeah, there you go.
store
Back
your,
up your shit. Back
yeah,
up your
but
shit and update Windows.
back up your stuff. But yeah, sometimes even doing this stuff with Windows doesn't even help. But keep your backup offline. And I
Yep.
repeat, keep your
Cold
backup
storage.
offline.
It's called
Don't,
cold storage for a reason.
and it doesn't matter if it's a disk, doesn't matter if it's a USB, doesn't matter if it's NAS. Doesn't matter. Just keep it somewhere that way. Because here's the thing: when you get ransomware, what I would personally do is I don't know what Zach would do. What I would do is say, oh, I got everything all backed up over here. You want $10,000? F you. I'm just gonna go and reformat my hard drive.
Right.
And I just start everything all over because I have everything anyway.
That's actually kind of a big thing with Windows 10, because if you actually link Windows 10 with your live account, you can just reinstall Windows 10.
Right.
You don't even have to have a backup at this point. You can just reinstall and you'll be fine.
Yeah,
But yeah.
I still recommend having an offline backup.
Oh, yeah.
Though. It's just
I don't
good
want to
practice.
download like 300 gigs of games. Are you kidding me?
Well, games I don't really care about, but like your personal accounting, like your personal photos, if photos are important to you. Like if you have to do like what we do, your templates, your videos, your all that stuff.
OBS, yeah, that's backed up, easy.
Yeah.
I have a USB stick with like 32 gigs on it, and I have all my simple stuff just backed up on it. Anyway.
Any questions? Anything else?
Zach is to be that home boy. What? I don't know what you were trying to say there, Copperbloods.
Was somebody drinking?
Maybe.
So yeah, that's unless something happens. I think that's gonna be it. For anybody who
Unless
wants
something
to see
happened.
for anybody who wants
Well, I
to see
mean, we
an
didn't do
after
any
show.
game.
Sorry.
We
Was
didn't
that
do
an
any game
outro?
stuff. No. This is a thing, by the way. We'll just do the Kotaku article because that's the first one that came up for me. There you go. So if you guys didn't hear, something happened today. There was an announcement for a game. And it's on PC. That makes me happy. There's a game called Destiny 2 on the way to PC. Good job, Flare Gun. Yep, thank you, Flare Gun, for ruining everything. Okay, so the things about Destiny 2, they had the stream today showing everything about Destiny 2. It is PC release, and it's going to be on the Battle.net client, out of all places. Battle.net. Interesting. So, yeah, I'm really excited about this, to be completely honest. I really wanted to play Destiny, and I couldn't because should have called it the Battle app. Actually, I thought they were trying to rename Battle.net. Anyway, are you still here, Dark?
Hiyo.
You're just so quiet.
I know nothing about this, so I'm just leaving it all to you.
Oh no, I don't know a whole bunch about it either. I just know that it was announced today and it's on PC. So, because I don't know anything about Destiny, I've never played it.
I wanted to play it when it came out on the PS4, but I didn't have a PS4.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have the freaking console. But anyway, they announced stuff like clans and stuff like that, so you can make a clan with your friends and do stuff online. It's really cool. So lots of new stuff in this game. It's on PC. It's on PC and it's on PC. So yeah, PC. That's all I care about, man. I'm actually quite excited about it though. And you were kind of up in the air about it though, weren't you?
I was like, sounds cool, but like I'm not really excited about Destiny anymore. Like it's like an old girlfriend that you once knew and came back, and now she's just not cool anymore.
The very beginning of the article says, if you're hoping for something dramatically different from Destiny, I regret to inform you that Destiny 2 is still Destiny. So if you really liked Destiny, that's not a bad news. So it's basically Destiny on different planets with more stuff. Might be seeing more games. Yeah, see, that's kind of what I wanted to segue it to. Is the Battle.net app trying to become a storefront like Steam? Making a move like this? That's what I wanted to ask you.
Well, it didn't really work for Origin or Uplay, so good luck. Good luck, Battle.net.
One thing to know is this game is by Activision, which is a sub company of Blizzard, I believe. Yes. So it makes sense for them to be on the Battle.net. But does that open the floodgates for other games to go onto Battle.net? I mean, that's a really interesting question.
Are we going to see more first-person shooters on Battle.net? Are we going to see... Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Counter-Strike on Battle.net. That's not what you were... Oh, Activision owns Blizzard? I thought it was the other way around.
Wait, doesn't Activision make COD? If I remember right.
No.
Because Battlefield is EA.
Let's see. Call of Duty series, Crash Bandicoot series, Guitar Hero, Skylanders, Tony Hawk, Blizzard. Or no, it's Blizzard Entertainment. Never mind. So yes, Call of Duty.
Yeah, so are we going to see Call of Duty on Battle.net?
The question is, why don't we have one universal program for buying and playing games already? We almost did, and then people decided that they want their own storefront.
People got greedy, and people don't like it when our Lord and Savior Gabe Newell takes all the money. So, that happens, And me and Zach talked about this earlier today. Like, I don't have a problem with this at all. I just don't want 50,000 apps all because I want to play one game from each different, client.
Right. Well, for example, to play Tom Clancy's The Division, you have to launch it on Steam, which launches Uplay. Like, I bought it on Steam. I want to play it on Steam. I don't want to have another launcher just to launch the game. That's silly.
Same way with Watch Dogs.
Right.
I bought it on Steam. I launched on Steam, and then Steam launches Uplay, and I had to launch it through Uplay. What the? So I had to download it twice.
Yeah, that's really silly, and that's kind of just what we have to deal with because that's how it is. But whatever.
So eventually,
anyway, that was the last...
all games are going to be tied into the same client.
Yeah. Anyway, that was the last little bit of article I had left. Was just the announcement of Destiny 2 and what they showed. If you guys want more, Google that. There's information everywhere. Or just go to the live stream. Actually, that would work too. There's a lot of information at the actual live stream. The place that they announced the game.
Oh yeah, and don't forget to check out for all your other streaming entertainment needs, Zachary Strife. He streams. He does games and I forget what kind of games, but he does games. He does Mech Online. He does that Blizzard shooty game. He does
Overwatch.
Yeah, he does Overwatch. He does Hero of the Storm. He does those games. Check him out.
Heroes never die. Yeah, Dark Berserker, you play Mech Online.
And sometimes Skyrim.
I'm going to link your Twitch in my thing. If you guys aren't already following him, most of you are. But if you aren't, give him a follow. Because he deserves it too. Don't forget to donate all your bits and bots and boops and beeps. But yeah, I think that's it for the tech, game, and news. was kind of a weird week actually for it, but yeah, whatever. Lots of AMD stuff. We didn't talk about Nvidia's stock going down, but that's okay.
Do we have to do that every time?
No.
Oh,
Oh, that's
Oh,
okay.
well.
It came back up today anyway.
Yeah. Oh, well. Okay,
Actually,
thanks,
it's
bye.
Okay, thanks, bye. But not ARC.
You can't tell, but I'm waving.
Waiting for what?
I was waving.
Oh.